It's amazing. Everything has a pigeonhole back to their system.
Back to their system.
Everything has, and this is how people get caught up. And I hear people say, well, you just shouldn't get in trouble. Well, you just shouldn't let this happen, or you just shouldn't this, as if they're not set up for destruction. These are setups.
But also, my poverty could be me getting in trouble.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't gotta get in trouble. Me breaking the law could be I'm too poor to, again, meet the financial demands of the law.
Right.
And the system set you up poor to be poor. All of it's setups.
And then I'm supposed to prove that I'm a good boy or girl to the white state's attorney so I can give them a record.
So you can get your record expunged. When you set the whole joint up through your family and your people, then I can never have a winning chance.
In session, he said, the state's attorney for Baltimore County said in session that you have to prove
that you're a good old boy.
Good boy or girl, and I'll let you get your record expunged. Said it with a straight face. Straight face. Straight face.
Twan, you know his name?
Nah.
I'm going to look him up.
Scott Schellenberger.
I knew it. That's who.
Schellenberger?
That's Shorty.
Scott Schellenberger. He's one of the worst.
Shorty calls out Schellenberger like
no other.
Like he's a hamburger. You heard me.
He's from Baltimore. He's from Towson, right?
That's Shorty's man, Schellenberger. Scott
Schellenberger is Baltimore County. Look, I know a lot of folks talk about Baltimore City because Baltimore City, we got our issues with our jail and, even some issues, in terms of, charges and all of that. But Baltimore County.
Baltimore County.
They
got the crime. They got the biggest conviction sentence rate, but they got the greatest overturn where you can get post convictions and get your sentence mandated.
Well, that's good, I guess. That's good. Like, I guess they they jamming so many people up.
Yeah, but then when you come back, they'll let you go, though. They'll let you go when you come back.
You get disenfranchised, though. You can't initially.
Because I still got the record. Yeah.
Yeah, you still got the record.
You can't initially jam people up and then say, okay, I'll mandate it later and mess their life up.
What Malcolm say again? You can't put the knife in and then take it out 3 inches and be like, that's progress.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The knife's still in my back.
The knife's still in my back. Still in my back. Still in my back.
I don't understand how you can't tout that you're mandating people out when you're jamming them up. The problem is the jam, not the jelly. I always tell people the problem is the jam.
Stuck like glue. Stuck like glue.
Oh man, I mean, I love this conversation because when I tell you, most people don't know.
I told you.
I'm one of them.
I told you.
I'm learning immensely from you guys.
I was the same way, sis. I ain't know either. I was like, what the?
When we hear about prisoners and ex-felons, they always look at the ex-felon or they look at the person. It's never the system, the setup, all of this recidivism and all of this chaos that we see young people are in. It starts with the setup. If we would change how we go about dealing with people, neighborhoods, schools, if we change all of that, this would be a symbiotic system. But the problem is the self-esteem of white people. Let me say it. Because if you got high self-esteem, you ain't worrying about nobody else. Am I wrong?
You're not.
I want to know, why are you so worried about other people and their ascension when you've got 400 years?
In their mind, they're like, if you get more, I'll have less. And it's like, first of all, no, you won't. But also, number two, so what if you did? It might be time.
It might be time. When is enough? My goodness, I am like, what is going on? I mean, it's unbelievable. And Twan, when you told me about the money that, you saved the state by not reoffending. Where is the money? Twan, you remember you told me about that?
You know how much bread I done saved? How many guys I done kept? Well, first of all, let me say, Karen, over the years through legislation and kept so many guys and been able to get out. But I mean, just periodically, the number of guys I have worked with Me, myself, being home 7 years at $101 a day for 7 years.
Wow. That's 3 million.
That's just me. I ain't talking about Darius, Bakari, Al, Dana, and all of us work where we making over 27 to 32,000 a year.
So you paying taxes.
We paying taxes. We paying for our own places.
So
And
the money that taxpayers are saving for you now to be more accountable to your own life.
Yeah.
But you're still on the books. Well, where's the money?
Yeah, and I'm still on books. I'm still on books.
And just imagine what they could do if they wasn't on the books and that record was able to not be, you know.
Imagine what they would have if they had no shackles.
Imagine.
Why do you release people and continue to shackle?
Let me go.
I don't know, because I mean, I see these court cases of, remember when there was a kid, Stanford student, white swimmer, you know, he's sexually assaulted, you know, this drunk white girl, and the jury, remember the jury gave him 3 years, and then the judge was like, I'm actually going to give you 6 months, you know, because
Stanford.
And I want you to be able to get your record expunged because, you know, this is going to, you know, damper, you know, your life opportunities. When it comes for certain communities, for certain races, for certain individuals, they're thinking ahead. This experience should not be your scarlet letter. It must remain in your past. It can't hinder anything you want to do in your future. Whereas what I'm hearing from my folks in 2021, as of yesterday in the House Judiciary Committee, is we always need to keep the record.
And then you got to prove to me that you're worthy of expungement. Because listen, I am the power structure here. And if you don't prove to me, you stand your ass on it.
That's the investment. We got to keep the record, because one day, somehow,
we're going to make sure we got it set up for you to come back. So you coming.
Get you.
Wow.
No,
when I tell you how diabolical and insidious that is, and how it comes from such a mean and such a humanless place, we have to instill some type of humanity. And when we have elected officials with that type of demeanor, language, and power, I mean, this power breeding, they gotta go.
And it was amazing to see,
but that's wrong,
right? And it was amazing to see how the Black legislators, at least, you know, the Black legislators that were on our side and like understood what was going on. When the white state's attorneys would say this, the Black legislators would be like, one Black woman legislator was trying to like ask, you know, questions to pretty much was saying in a very nice, lawyerly, you know, legislator way, like, are you crazy? Do you not know how slavery works? Okay, do you not understand the impacts of, and this white man was not giving her any type of respect, was just yelling over her and everything. She was like, first of all, sir, you do not have to get defensive. Okay, because let me tell you, if the tables were turned, it's like, oh my goodness, aggressive, angry. See, this is why we have to control them. See, this is what, even if Twan were to go testify, we got to go through all of these trainings with our folks to make sure that when you testify, you can't get too passionate, because they're going to be like, see, that's why we got to keep them locked up, or that's why they too, you know. But you get other folks that be in, like the folks with their guns and, you know, coming in there like, don't take away my rights and blah, blah, blah. It is just
the system. I'm telling you, if Black people don't know it yet, that we are in Martin said, we are in a burning building. And I don't know if you can correct something this insidious. And we keep trying and we keep saying we have to do it this way, or we can have this. But what I'm hearing is, it's unbelievable.
This thing gonna take investment, training, empowerment, years of repeatedly fighting, you know. And like I was saying to them last night, that we have to start looking at the youngins to start empowering them how to be ready to advocate and understand policy and legislation for these laws.
But we got new youngins and they don't give a damn. And they don't follow no rules.
We were like that, but you know what? It took us a while to understand the power of policy too.
I understand.
And you know, we got adults that, you know, they're not trying to hear that policy stuff and they don't got, so I mean, like, there's just a disenchantment with the system. But you know, we've been able to see the power of youth advocacy, right? There was a bill, juvenile interrogation, that they pushing. And this is a bill that pretty much would say, if you're a juvenile and you're being interrogated, you got to have a lawyer in the room or a guardian. You remember the movie When They See Us?
They have to have
interrogate them kids, and you're going to incriminate yourself. You're going to do exactly what they want you to do because you're a child. Okay? You're a child. You are fearful. You're trying to go home. You don't know what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Do you know they pushing back against this? Because remember, many times they're looking at these Black youth as like men.
Yes.
Your brains have been fully developed in their minds. You don't need a guardian. Like,
fearful of the being. It has nothing to do with what they are. It's fearful of that being. The power of it. It's unfortunate.
You did the crime, then you must be, you know. But maybe I didn't do the crime. Or even if I did do the crime, I am a youth. Okay, I'm still a child. And I'm still entitled to due process of law.
I could be 17, 18, but I could be mentally 9.
And that's a lot of, you know, the development of young people aren't the same. You know, and it's all your exposure and your education. It's a lot. And when the system sets you up where you have no education, your schools are piss poor, decayed and chaotic. You have not left your neighborhood to even go to the West Side. Let's be clear. So you haven't been exposed. How much thought do you have? What's your thought processes? Because you haven't been nowhere. You haven't seen nothing.
It's folks that they see Canton and they think that this is an amazing space, right? And I can't be mad when folks want to be in Canton, right? Because it's like, this is another city. I can't stand Canton. It's the feeling of it. I don't want to be down there.
Canton.
It's too much privilege.
When I came to go to Morgan, that was a trash area. That's first. And second of all, they've let Park Heights decay. They've let Southwest Baltimore decay. They've let East Baltimore and certain places decay and build these new neighborhoods. Canton
got about 8 grocery stores. I live in Highlands Market and don't even still got a good grocery
store, right?
Yes, you got price right, sis. You better hush your mouth. I know that area.
Price right.
You got price right, sis.
No, I'm on good terms with the management because I stay fussing, being like, why can't we have? I mean, they respond, but I'm saying, how we live in an area called
is all the way again, Fed Hill.
How I live in Highlands Market. And Highlands Market ain't what it's supposed to be. Market ain't like that. Belvedere Square ain't like that. What's the other one? Even Northeast. I mean, Northeast could get better, but Northeast ain't like that. But even Northeast doesn't look like Cross Street.
You're right. But you know what? They've done a lot for What did they do in Highlands Market? They came in and threw some money in Highlands Market over the pandemic. You been in there?
You know what's in there? Let me tell you what's in there.
Restaurants. They changed up.
Okay, let me tell you what's in there because I literally live on the same block as Highlands Market. I live right there in Lombard and South Carrollton.
Wow.
I'm right there. I'm right on the same block as Zella's. Okay, pizzeria. Right there.
You know about Zella's, okay.
What they have at Highlands Market right now, they still have some of the same vendors. And many of the same vendors. You have the one that, you know, that has the majority of the produce. You have the poultry.
You got the meat guy. Yeah.
You got the poultry guy, white family. Then you have the Asian family that does the red meats, like the beefs and all of that.
Exactly.
Then you have the place near the front, the Asian place that does like the chicken box and the breakfast sandwiches and all of that. Then you got a wine store in the back. You got a spot for some, you know, pop-ups. But it's like
on the now, you know, where the old barbershop was. You got a little restaurant opening over there right now. But but ain't no black. There ain't no black in that jump.
They are trying. What they're doing is throwing money here or there to black faces and the like. It's exactly what happens when gentrification is happening, and they need to ensure that there's a bit of black legitimacy to go with it. And so there are some folks absolutely in the community that really want to make sure that it's, continues to be diverse. It continues to maintain, a lot of what is Southwest Baltimore. But let me tell you, my neighbors, they don't know nothing about what's going on around here.
And Troy is on that corner too with his barbershop. I mean, it's a lot.
Troy moved.
Huh?
Yep. Troy not in there anymore.
No, Troy gone.
He moved. All right. So the criminalization of poverty.
Keep it 100, mama. That's one way to keep it 100.
That's 100 right there. Real ain't always real. I just got to.
That's why I say this is a mark in history day, because I get to be with the two queens. It's a whole 100.
Karen, I didn't know I love you this much until I met you.
We go together.
Told you.
We go together. In my head.
I love you.
Together.
Oh my gosh. Wherever you, and you know what? I've come down there to talk to Shorty, and he said Karen and Nicole is over there, and I never go over there. I've been down there at the grill. I went down there when they had the film on the wall. I was there. I've been there with Shorty many times.
What?
And I haven't met you or Nicole. And he's like, they over there, or y'all were moving around. So I just sit there and talk to Shorty, and then I talk to a few of the people and I leave. I never met you. I've been down there about 4 times.
Oh my God. I'm so happy we finally got a chance with you. But not come down that Central Booking.
Oh, no, sorry. Y'all too next time.
Minute.
I love what you're doing with that. That's amazing. I hope that we can expand it out and do more. That is an amazing movement. That's something I don't think any city is actually doing.
I mean, not to you have cities that have bail out, they have bail funds, but they don't do it like JOTF and Out for Justice is doing it.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that.
We not just bailing them out. We ensuring they show up for court, get their money back. It turns into a revolving fund, but we also staying with them.
Yeah, I've been there with Monica taking people home.
Monica we probably get on her nerves. We be like, Monica, how much do we gotta pay you?
Monica all over the city dropping people off. I'm like, what is going on?
Got that van service. Like, look, that's the shoot.
That's my next interview, my Monica Cooper. Gotta have her, and Nicole Mundell. Got to have those two ladies.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But
we want to be able to scale it, but this is why we can't scale it right now.
Why?
It's about partners, and it's about needing those supports, right? Because when folks coming out, they need things. They need transitional housing. They need mental health supports.
Yeah.
They need, you name it, substance abuse. Like, we have folks that's coming out, and we may give them like gift cards and care packages, but we got some folks that's like, I don't want any of that. Can you just give me $10? I've been in for 3 months, and the first thing I'm thinking about is a hit. So what you gonna do? You gonna negotiate with them and figure out,
they ain't want to negotiate.
How to make it do what it do, so you can build that trust and get it going, or gonna be like, I can't help you now. You lost them forever.
You got to get that hit. Unfortunately, that's the sad thing. That you got to go through the substance abuse to try to get them to a regular normality in life. I'm telling you, do you understand how a mother chooses children, like to save one or save the other? That sounds like something like that. Well,
that's why this work is not for everybody. This work is not for everybody.
It ain't.
Because if you don't just get it, if you're not ready to, and there are times where we gotta go over to the side and be like, all right, seriously, like, what we gonna do? Like, what does this look like?
Serious.
But if you don't understand that you are gonna sometimes have to use unorthodox, non-traditional means and strategies to be able to really do what it do, you're not ready for this. This ain't your space.
Yeah.
Because they got to understand that the way that they got there was unorthodox. The system set them up in an unorthodox. This is not how humans should be set up.
Correct.
So you sometimes got to go through an unorthodox way to pull them back in. It's so unfortunate.
And a lot of times they know people. They saying like they using like shit. Karen and them ain't gonna take the time to deal with them. But they don't like really understand. There's a method and there's a place that a person reaches at a time that might happen, but then he might be like, really, like, you know what? I'm done with that too. You understand what I'm saying? And like you said, Karen, like when the whole piece of showing that trust and be there and say, listen, I can strengthen you, I can help you, but you got to be willing to fight too.
Yeah.
You know, and as you fight, I'm going to swing with you. I ain't going to let nobody hurt you, but I just don't need you bumping on nobody that you definitely know that you can't beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let us fight this thing together because I can shake and weave, and I've been shaking and weaving. You know, I got a few notches under my belt. Rock with me, and you're going to get some wins. You know, and
what a system, it sounds to me though, Twan, is that what they're doing is amazing, but they need more resources.
Yeah, everybody, absolutely. Queen, I tell you that all the time.
Yeah. Everybody always wants to say that, oh no, Will, you know, we want to partner with you all on the bail fund. And I'm like, oh, okay. Are you ready for when they get released at 3 o'clock in the morning? And that's when the work starts.
Karen, you remember what I said that night?
We waiting out there for about, 7-8 hours. And then all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock in the morning. They coming out, we like, up. Okay. All right. Come on, let's go. What we got to do?
Hey, Queen. I told Karen said, yeah, we just bailed him out. He great. I said, Karen, that man ain't coming out till about 4 in the morning.
I was mad as hell.
Karen said, no, you tripping. They told me about you. I said, listen.
I was mad as hell.
Man, that man ain't coming out that about
let me tell you, I was like, I'm gonna go home because look, I live in Highlands Market, so I was like, I'm gonna go home real fast. I'm gonna take a nap, right? I'm gonna take a nap because when how about as soon as I got home, I literally had just laid on my couch for like 2 minutes. Out. All of a sudden, Nicole's calling me like, come back. They just came out. I was like, what? That's how they do.
You don't understand this work. That work right there takes dedication. It takes a lot. And everybody can't do it. You just get into a good sleep and here they come calling you.
Talking about but that's what they do. They'll just release folks out in the middle of the night, like don't have nothing on them but that clear bag.
Why would they do
expect
that?
them to just figure it out?
Do that right there is predatory.
Why? But they don't. Let's be clear. They only do that in Baltimore City. They don't do that in Baltimore County. Nah. They don't release people like that in Prince George's. They don't do that. You bail somebody. No, in other counties, you bail somebody out at 9 a.m. You out by 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Baltimore City, yes. Baltimore City, I bail somebody out at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. By 9 p.m., they still talking about, oh, I don't know, we got to find them in the jail. I'm sorry. What do you mean you got to find them in the jail? Oh, you might have somebody who don't want to walk down that long thing.
I bet if they was missing the count, they would find them in 20 minutes if they missed that count. I bet they need to stop it, but this tells you how they, the population of Baltimore and the population of the jail and how they feel about the people. That's just really what all of everything. You build systems on how you feel about what you build in the system for. Private schools are built for children who have money. They're usually the people's children. So they're going to build a private school with some vested interests to make the child better. When you're building jails and you're building these systems, it's because you don't give a damn about the people. You only invest in something that you think has merit. Black people in their mindset don't. You can release them anytime. And every other people get caught up in this too. White guys, every other guy. But the majority population in Baltimore City is Africans. And that is the reasoning for these type of systems. And you said it's not in Baltimore County, it's not in PG. It don't do that.
You don't. Nope.
And PG County has a large Black population, but they got cash.
They have
and
the wealthy ones, right?
And they got agency. They're not gonna play with you.
There we go.
So you know better to even do that in PG County because them Black folks is they in position.
They still got racist police officers and all that, but
they know better.
You know how sometimes the Black police officers be just as bad, if not worse, than the white ones.
Sometimes
they got something to prove and all of that.
Yep.
But like you said, they have agency.
They have
money. They're going to make sure that their systems are at least, up to par.
Yeah, because they're paying major taxes. They understand. They live in big, pretty houses, and they got big, pretty jobs, and they're gonna make sure their children don't get that type of treatment.
Also had the highest foreclosure rate because they got them big, pretty houses and could not afford them. Trying to keep up with it.
Keep pushing more of them out there. More pinky up. More pinky. I ain't going out there. I'm staying right here.
Listen.
Right here with my peoples. I have no problem with Baltimore City.
But
right here.
But this is my last Malcolm quote. But what he say, y'all? He was like, Black folks pay all this money to move out there and be like, I'm the only Negro out here. I'm the only one out here being treated like this. You wanted to be out there to say you're the only one out there.
Yep.
I done did that before.
I never did it. Ain't gonna do it.
I said, oh no, get me up out of Charles Village. I don't like it over here. Even Sasha didn't like it. My dog, she was like,
oh, you was in Charles Village? Ooh, yeah. Honey, that ain't for the faint.
No.
I lived there when I was in college. You better watch yourself.
The levels of liberal, progressive privilege, and that's just
what did Malcolm X say about the liberal?
Be the worst. They the ones that, you know what?
You want to Malcolm again? What did Malcolm say about the liberals?
I can deal with the conservative, like the racists, the in your face, like those are the ones.
It's the smart liberal.
That high.
Yes. It's the Joe Biden.
The ones that voted for Obama twice.
Yeah, the Joe Biden.
I'm gonna keep reminding you.
Those type of liberals. Nancy Pelosi girls.
Will do anything to get Trump out of office, but when you talk about mandatory minimums and all that, they're like, well, wait a minute now. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
You know, I didn't know Nancy Pelosi was even from Maryland. I was like, what?
Right? Baltimore.
I can't believe it. That one threw me. But anyway, listen, guys, it is 8. Listen.
Oh my goodness.
It's 8:25. This has been amazing.
You know how it go, Mom.
That's how we do. You know, we just
when it's
talk and have a good time.
When it's good.
You ain't even hungry no more. Them oxtails going to get eaten later.
Right?
So that's how it is. You know, when you got real community and real conversation, you don't look at time. I was like, God, it's 8:20. But anyway.
Love it.
Sister York, we didn't hear your ascension. You jumped right into the conversation, and we didn't hear nothing about you. So you got to come back. We're gonna have you back. I appreciated you coming. I thank you, Twan. This was one of the best. Thank you, Twan. He brought us together.
Yay! Thank you both. I mean, I'm always eager and excited to expand my village, right? Village of folks who I can pour into, they can pour into me. I'm always, eager to have folks that will check me when need be, that I can partner with, in justice and all of that. And I'm just, as I've mentioned to you before, I'm just so excited that there's another platform for our voices.
Where's the first one at? You said another.
That's why listen, I'm trying to be nice. Okay. But there's so many that's just trying to like push through these other ones, right? And it's just not, or they might get in those spaces and they realize they can't really say what needs to be said.
You got to create your own space. It's and that's why we have to have something where we can talk to each other freely and we control the output, the input where we're talking. If we don't do that, they're going to shut us down.
Yeah.
And so this is why we're here. What you guys are doing, come back and talk about it. Continue to utilize us to get for whatever you need. If you need some media, call us up. That's
what I was going to say too. Like, I'm just thinking about like when we know that there are events where, whether we're sending out press releases and all of these types of things, like it doesn't just need to be the WBALs and like the Suns, like you got to be on our preferred list.
Exactly. We got to empower each other. We've been here for like a year and 4 months, and we're going to continue to grow. We're growing immensely. Black people are, because you have to be consistent with Black folks a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because, people can remove us, but we have to set ourselves in a place where we can't be removed.
Yeah.
And so, that was one of my biggest things is owning everything. So it's very hard to tell me to hush. You know, it's very hard. And so that's the number one thing. And to have people so we can talk about things. And this is not an attack on the system. It's just telling the system what it's doing.
This is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is, you know. So that's what we talk. It's real talk here. So Antoine, you're always the glue, bruh.
Education, mom. Education is empowering.
We appreciate you all day. And listen,
All love.
definitely
all
what
love.
you're doing.
All love. See?
We love what you're doing. You are the pinnacle of what a Black professional wants to see. Someone who didn't get what we got and doing better than what we're doing. I love it. I mean, that's where I'm at. I love what you're doing.
You're gonna make it happen, mom.
And I can only do it. It can only be done because of the folks who I'm surrounded by that's checking me regularly, loving on me, pouring on me, pushing.
Yeah, we need that too. That's important. We got to have that. So listen, I appreciate you. You got to come back. Maybe we can talk about you next time.
Listen, maybe, you know, I'll find a way
I got something for you.
Talk about something else.
I got something for you though.
What you got?
I got a gift for you.
For who?
I gotta go get yours, but I got a gift for you.
Oh wow.
So you gotta come. I gotta catch up with your coffee or something, or you can just drop by and get it.
Okay. Okay. I'm with it. This was so great. I love this, y'all.
Yeah, you got
our little hump day conversation.
You know, I want you to come back with Nicole because I know that's gonna be out lights out.
I was gonna say, are you sure? Because if you look,
she don't know, do she, Karen? She don't know.
People say that.
And Monica, I want a threesome.
I'm trying. Listen, if this thing, look, we be on for about 3.5 hours. We go from all of me and Nicole might start arguing on the thing, then come back to like that's what we do.
We want some real stuff. I want you and Nicole together. I know that is like a show in its own. I want to see it.
That would be a good one. That would be. Really I'm with it. Really Whatever you need, sis, you got me.
I appreciate you. And the same thing here. You just give me a call. You have my number. Anything you need, we got you.
Okay? Absolutely.
So
we love you, Twan.
Love you too, Yorkie.
Much love, the Black Box.
Yes. Listen, keep in touch, Sister
Yorkie. It's the corner. Told you, Queen. It's the corner, Mama.
It's the corner. You heard how the street said the corner. I love it.
Corner. That also sound like down south, like the corner. Put that on everything I love. Put that on everything I love.
Everything.
I might have to get rid. I might have
everything I love about Baltimore.
The community
corner. Love it.
All right, Sister York, you take a Twan, stay on. Sister York, take care. Nice talking to you. It's all love. We coming back again. I'm gonna call you.
Love you both. Love you both.
Be blessed.
Thank you both. Night night.
Stay true. Yeah. This was a good show. Yeah, this was an accident. The corner, I love the corner.
The corner, man.
The corner gonna be hot.
It's gonna be hot.
Like, keep bringing them like that, bro.
Wait, this motherfucker get around in June. They think it's gonna be hot outside.
It's gonna be hot up in here.
It's gonna be smoking.
They're gonna be like, what the community counter? That counter is what's up. Karen that was amazing. You know what she said to me when I talked to her though? She said she gets a lot of people who want to interview her. And she's sick of, not being able to be real.
Right.
Not and they don't really want to speak to her. They want to tell her what to say. Yeah, and I told her, I said, sis, we're not like that. I said, I don't think Antoine would be in the building with me if I was doing anything like that. I said, he's too authentic to be around me if I was coming in here trying to push you around. I ain't that type. Nah. We ain't doing that no more. We real out here.
I said that shit. She hit me and told me that shit. I said, yeah, I'll let you that. You know what I'm saying? You deal with that shit. Twan, you don't understand. I said, that ain't my problem, short. That ain't my problem. You shouldn't have gotten this business thing. I said, guess what? You brought me and said, you know what I mean? So, and then I had to think about it. I said, you know what, Karen? You're right, because that's not you. It's not yours.
Yeah.
I got mine. This is me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. And then that was one of the things, like, Queen, that helped me to understand my level of being at the table, but also being street,
Being free though. You're free.
How?
Yeah.
How? Because some shit can be intimidating. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And some of it, like Fagan will always say to me, I don't ever want you to change. But some people, I have to be able to swindle them and then bring it out.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then coming right back. Hey, you know, blah, 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 and make it a laughing joke. And then they like, oh, but he's so cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With him like, oh, hell no, execute him. Skip inside, we need you to exit the building right now. You to exit the building right now.
I love it.
Don't you never come back down and do it.
Don't come back no more.
Because listen, know what was funny to me? Like, like after everything's always done, I always send it around, right? And I guess when you posted it, Amanda must have seen it, right? So she emailed me and said, hey, Antoine, what's the link for the Black Box show tonight? And I said, oh, I don't know. I said, sometimes you get edited and da-da-da, but I said, know this. As soon as I get it, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she emailed me back and said, yay, you know what I'm saying? And she from the Able Foundation. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's amazing. Like, you know what? Our reach, we're getting a lot of hits. Black Box is doing very well when it comes to community and the website. Not the website, but IG and Facebook. When we put something out, it's doing really well. Now that I got a producer, I got one. Knowing you is like amazing. You are amazing. And I want you to keep doing your work. Don't stop. I don't give a shit what nobody say. You keep doing this work. You are going to change so many lives, bro.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I believe this. I believe this, Queen. Like, my man used to always tell me, right? He say, shorty, if you invest in the people you got, then y'all will be the investment that'll make the money together. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes like I had some dudes that just didn't fit with me, what we was doing. So I got away from them, right? But every dude like Truck, Beaver, Troy, Lamont, Spike, 6ix9ine, Dosey, all my dudes, all us doing well. You know what I'm saying? Kendall Bryant just come home, Corporal. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm telling like, and listen to like them last night and talk about what they was talking about, knowing your lane and positions, and like my relationship is different with each one of them.
Yeah.
And knowing their position to represent hope amongst the world is the evidence that draws a picture, and every Picasso ain't supposed to look alike, but the value of it, the value of the price of it, all supposed to be the same.
You better believe it. You better believe it. They might not all look alike, but they all very valuable.
Yes, Lord.
I love that. I love that. Right. I'm telling you, you've done some amazing stuff. Understand that if they let out 10 more 20,000 more ex-felons, they won't be able to do your walk. Do you understand that?
Nah.
You understand how special what you're doing?
Yeah, but you know what, Queen, like, this always been me though.
You just needed a place to do it.
I just needed somebody to like unfold me and mold me into what I was supposed to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always say like Karen, Kate, and them did that. You know what I'm saying? And like, and all together, it taught me who to pick, how to pick them, who to rock with. You know what I'm saying? But I be telling them I don't rock with everybody. Lady say, "Oh, I thought you and such." I said, "Nah, I don't rock with them. Nah, fuck with them. Don't get that twisted."
You was just there for the moment, but
Listen, don't get that twisted.
Don't get that twisted. I see you show up, but that don't mean you gonna stay up. Nah. I get that. Ray Kelly, that's one of your boys. I know who your people. Yeah, that's your main. That's your main. That's your squeeze.
That's my main apple scrapple, man.
I believe that's your apple scrapple. I believe that. I can see it.
Yeah, that's my main.
I saw him on Sunday. Ray, a good guy.
Good guy, man.
Good guy. I hope his sight gets better. It look like his sight is giving him hell. Yeah. But he a good guy. He's a good guy, man. Love Ray Kelly. Love Ray Kelly. All right, Antoine Qualls, Al.
Right, Miss Queen of B.
Queen of B is out.
All right, baby.
Love you.
Love you too.
Have a good night.
Same to you.
All right, bye-bye.